welcome to another exciting episode of Behind the Scenes, a deeper perspective in the industry. Today is one of my favorite days because we're having a very, very, very interesting creative. She's a singer, she's a pianist, she is a drama student, she's all in all such a great, great person that if you know Kofsi TV, if you know Kofsi FM, you definitely know Monique Berger. And today we are looking at behind the scenes of basically her life. And before we start with the interview, do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments below. And definitely we hope that this interview is going to be very much fruitful, and I'm very much excited. So with that being said, let's just go straight into it because I'm so excited. Welcome, Monique, and thank you so much for taking your time and gracing us with your presence.
It's no problem at all. I'm happy to be here.
All right, and let's get straight to it, right? Monique Berger. Who doesn't know Monique Berger, and who doesn't know what she does, and who doesn't even know that she's talented? I want to know that growing up, you were born in Polokwane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Throughout your whole primary school life, till your end of your primary, did you ever thought that you're going to be studying drama?
Actually, yes. It's actually a really interesting story. When I
really want to hear that one.
When I was in 4th grade, we had to do an oral about why we love school and what our future is going to be. And I remember thinking to myself, today I'm going to be the smartest kid in school, because I don't know, all my answers were really clever and witty. And then at the end I was like, when I grow up I'm going to be an actress. And that's how I decided I'm going to study drama. And then at the end of matric I decided to do education because I was afraid of my own dreams. And I wasn't happy at all until we did one project that I really loved. But then I realized the only reason why I loved it was because it was drama, because we had to make a short film. And that's how I decided to quit education and go into drama. But I first thought it was going to be hard on my parents, but it wasn't, because they kind of saw it coming. Because when you're in grade 10, you choose your subjects.
Yes.
They didn't allow me to take drama as a subject, so I was forced to take tourism, and then I skipped every tourism class to go to drama class. I got into trouble at school, and then they told my parents, just let her take drama because she's going to continue skipping school until she does drama.
All right. I want to know that what drew you to drama, that you believe that it was not there in education. Because at the end of the day, I feel like more or less they are both parallel, because teachers, educators are storytellers in their own ways, right? And also in drama, you're a storyteller. So I want to know that what is that one thing that you say that you can find in drama that you can't find in education?
That's actually a very interesting question. I actually also asked myself that. And it comes down to being a creator. Teachers get to guide people. They literally guide our youth into their futures. I wish I listened to my teachers more when I was a teenager. But drama students, how can I put it? Teachers don't get to create new things. They teach the same thing every year, every day. Yes, and it's given to them to teach. And I'm not saying I'm not going down on teachers at all. I'm just saying it's not for me. I want to create art. I want to be a creator. And that's why I decided to study drama.
Very, very much interesting. And then now changing from education to drama, that whole change, that whole situation, how did it impact you as an individual? Because I believe it's very much hard for you to take such decisions. As much as you want to follow your dreams, it takes a notch on your own mental health. So I want to know that taking that whole decision, how did it actually influence you?
For me personally, it wasn't a difficult decision at all, because I feel like most of us know where we belong in life. We all know where we belong, but we're scared of where we belong. We're scared of our own futures. We're scared of ourselves and our own decisions. But after I already made the wrong decision to study education, I knew that making the decision to study drama was the right one. So I wasn't scared at all. I only did one semester in education. So after I decided to quit education, I went straight to the drama department and told them, listen, this is my situation. What do they do? So they got me to get the DV2 forms to change, and I deregistered my subjects myself on Oracle.
That's good.
And I took the rest of the semester to really just do what I want to do. Work on my music, get involved where I can before I actually get really busy with drama. Yeah, and then I started studying drama in my second first year.
Second first year.
My second first year.
And from then till present, how has the journey been?
First year was a little bit slow because a lot of students think they're going to study drama and they're going to be actors. But actually, fun fact, I just like in matric, I decided I don't want to be an actor, I want to be a director and a writer, because in high school I felt like I didn't have a voice, so I started writing plays to communicate what I wanted people to know, obviously under a false name, until people started to like it. Then and then I sold my first play, and that's how the things happened. So that was the mentality I had when I studied drama. But then all you do is these technical things, you know, like history and how to use your voice and technical aspects of acting, and all you want to do is get on stage.
Yeah, you just want to act because that is where the actual part is. Yeah.
And then the moment you get on stage, you get so scared you want to run off, because now you know there's so many technical things you need to focus on, and they don't tell you when you do things right. They only tell you when you're doing it wrong. Some people can handle it, some people can't. I can. I need to be told when I'm doing something wrong. I love crits because I know it's going to make me better. But students really get frustrated because they keep telling you what you're doing wrong. And as soon as you think you fixed it, then they give you some other crit. That was a problem that arose in second year, because then you really start doing practical things. Then you start playing in your plays. It's fun, but it's also time consuming. I used to be on campus before lockdown from 9 to 9 every day. I would go to class from 9 to 1. Then I had an hour off to lunch. Then I head over to the Wynand Mouton Theatre to do my technical hours up until 4 o'clock. Then I have half an hour open to do my prep work for my radio show in the evening. And then at 4:30 we start doing our warm-ups, because at 5 o'clock you do your rehearsals until 8 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock I need to run back to Koffsie FM because my show already started at 8 o'clock. And then I do my show until 9 o'clock. Then I get home, then I need to start working on assignments. So it's very time consuming. My music career kind of suffered under it, so I had to make a decision which form of art I want to focus on first. I
think with a person that is so busy, like you can also attest that it's very much hard for you to find a balance between everything, because something is also always going to suffer, and you're also going to be forced to prioritize something way much more than the other, right? So coming to your music career, what do you believe that is that one thing that kept you going, even when you saw that the balance was being at weight, that you're focusing more on drama and radio than your music career? Why are you still doing music?
Because I love music. It's something that even if I wanted to stop, I can't. Because at the end of last year, I decided to take a break from music because I felt like people kept telling me what to do with my music, how to dress, how to sing, what to sing, where to be, when to be it. And I kind of lost my voice, even though you use your voice when you sing. And I decided I'm done for a while. But I couldn't stop. I just continued. Everywhere I go, I just sing, and then I play piano when I'm on my own at my house. So my break just never really happened. So it's not really a choice that I made, it's a choice that made me. That's very clever. It's a choice that made me. All right, so now in terms of piano, did you teach yourself how to play piano, or you actually was one of your subjects in school? I actually did teach myself.
That's incredible.
Actually, no. What I did was I went to this Christian music school for a week. And they gave me a book and they said, here's the book. This is how the chords look. You have one day to memorize it. It was one teacher. It was really challenging. But because I wanted to play it so bad, I was like, cool, great. And it took me the whole day. Have you ever loved doing something so much you forget to eat, you forget to sleep?
That's so good.
Yeah, so it took me a day to teach myself piano and a week to kind of establish a technique, and then a year to establish a good technique. Yeah, but anyone can teach himself play an instrument if they really want to. I believe so.
I've always wanted to know how to play the piano, but I'm just like, yeah, it's so technical, and for me, playing an instrument, I don't know, it's a thing in my head. Playing an instrument, they're supposed to know how to sing because of the keys and stuff. They're supposed to know that, okay, so F sharp is when you go this way. So when you play a piano, you're supposed, I don't know, but that's why I think I never took that step to actually know how to play the piano, because I'm just like, I don't know how to sing. So with you, it makes way much more sense when you say that you sing and you also know how to play the piano. And now I'm coming to the issue of your singing career. What is your voice in music? Let me say, what is the genre that you prefer singing, or you just sing everything and all things?
So I'm very flexible in all ways. No, but
wait, did everyone get that?
but it's true. I am flexible.
In all ways.
Vocally, physically, mentally, I am flexible. So, and I'm very curious. I'm an extremely curious person. So I want to explore each and every genre that there is. And then once I worked with Mr. RGM and we did our song, I don't know if you've heard the song Chiming.
I've heard it.
Yeah, and that's when I
heard it.
kind of discovered my sound, because he played me the track and he's like, the theme is timing, write something, let's go. And in like, I don't know, 15 minutes, I quickly wrote a chorus and we recorded it and it was fantastic. And that's how I realized, okay, this is the type of sound that I want to pursue. Kind of like a neo house type of vibes. And it's a dream of mine. One day I want to work with Black Coffee and Prince KB. Yes.
That would be so dope. I can actually imagine it. I can actually imagine it. And it's funny enough because we've also had Master RGM on the show. So I want to know, how was the whole process working with him? And actually, I think for many musicians, it's a dream come true, actually getting into studio and someone giving you beats and say, let's do this. How was that whole process?
Yes, it's fun. And as soon as it stops being fun, then you shouldn't be there. First of all,
I think it applies with everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously studying is not fun, but you get what I mean. He was one of the best people that I've worked with, because he knows exactly what he wants, yet he's open-minded. So he's got he's not narrow-minded, but he's direct-minded. So he already had the track ready, and I told him I can do this. He's like, let's do it. And then I did a melody, and then I did a harmony for the melody. And he decided to take the harmony and create it to be the main melody in the song. So when you listen to the song, you're gonna hear a melody which was actually intended to be the harmony. At first I was really upset, because sometimes I am a bit narrow-minded, because I like things my way. That's something that I had to work on, and I did. And eventually I kind of listened to it with an open mind, and I realized, but he knows what he's doing, and he's very talented, and the song was a success. So it was great.
I think you mentioned something very important that I think let's just detour for a little bit and just dwell on that you at some point in your life accepted that you had a specific weakness, right?
Yes.
I think for you, what or how do you think it's very much important for us, especially in the process of becoming something, to accept our weaknesses and work on them? Because and sometimes it's very hard for you to accept that this is the problem that I have. So why do you think it's important for us to accept our weaknesses and work on them for us to get to where we're supposed to go?
Well, it's important to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you don't know where you're going.
True.
And part of knowing yourself comes the part of knowing what's going to hold you back. And I think it speaks for yourself when you know what's holding you back. Why not work on it? Otherwise, it's so sad. People stand in their own ways and they are aware of it, but they're not doing anything about it. Does that answer your question?
Very much accurate. And in the midst of everything that you're doing, because I believe that you're quite a busy person, both in your own personal life and in the university, what or who do you believe is your main source of strength in everything?
Who?
Or what?
Or what? That's an interesting question. I like to say my sister. I was bullied in school, and she was bullied in school. And I grew up to be extremely lonely, very lonely. And I've never felt, my loneliest that I've been was in between people. And then the moment I get home, she's there. And then the moment she gets home, I'm there. So we've grew up with this thing that I'm all that she's got and she's all that I have. So whenever I'm down, she's there. Whenever she's down, I'm there. And then, of course, there are my inspirations. When it comes to vocal sounds, I like to think that my voice is kind of a mixture between Halsey and Alessia Cara. Sounds a lot like that. Then drama, there is my one lecturer. His name is Tace. I always call him...
Everyone knows Tace.
He's the god of the sky now. Literally, like...
Hence I say everyone knows him. Yeah.
I worship the man.
That's
He's
incredible.
Everything he says is just like... it's delicious, you know?
Give me more.
And then there was Sam Ludidi, who made me realize that I want to pursue a career in radio. Because in my first year, I just looked at him and I was like, I want to be him. So those are the people that really influenced.
And I think with Sam, every radio or an aspiring radio broadcaster can attest that if you are enrolled at the University of the Free State and you have attended an ACT event, especially during Gateway in January, and you saw Sam, your life is never the same again, because you tend to push yourself that I want to be like him. He's so well spoken. He's a broadcaster. So I can attest that Monique is actually in the right direction, because all the people that she mentioned, now coming to your radio career, did you always want to be in radio just like drama, or through your navigation path you ended up at KTV?
Just like that. Can I tell you what happened? This is the story, Nate.
Yeah.
What happened was, when I was in matric, I had a friend that was an intern at Koffs FM, and she did a show, and she had no idea what she was going to do. So she invited me to join the show, and I had so much fun, and I realized maybe I want to do this one day. But I had no idea how to become part of Koffs FM, so I just dropped it. And then in my first year, it was during orientation week, and I was in my day race, and we were hanging out in front of main building, and then Koffs TV came up to us and they wanted to interview us, and they asked us, what's your spirit animal and why?
I remember that so well.
You know what I said? And I even stuttered while I said it. No, I'm my own spiritual animal, because there ain't nothing like me except for me. And then I was like, okay, but that was fun. So what I did that same day, I went to their offices and I was like, what do I do to become part of you guys? And then they were like, come tomorrow for an interview. Our media coordinator, Gerben van Niekerk, he interviewed me.
Also a great individual, very much big.
Incredible. The next day he interviewed me, asked me, why do you want to be part of Koffs TV? I said, because I'm good at talking, I love people, and I am interested in people. And he said, great, well, you're part of Koffs TV now. And so,
that's how you ended it.
That's how I ended up at Koffs TV. And then a year later, Koffs FM approached Koffs TV and said, listen, we need 4 presenters. And I said, I want to do it. Please let me do it. They were like, you get to do it. And it wasn't easy, because it's not easy, and you're so insecure all the time. But then again, it came back to getting to learn my weaknesses, because my station manager gave me a show. He told me that you're going to do the top 40 charts, because that's the show that I shadowed for. And then, like, the first day, he lets me do the show by myself. No training, no idea how to do it. And so I messed it up completely. And And he told me, listen, next week, do the same show, just a different topic, not top 40. And I did the same show, and it went so much better, just me gathering my own content. And so he gave me my own show, like he created a new show for Koffs FM. We decided to call it the late night takeaway, because my surname is Burger,
it makes so much sense.
And he said, you get to do a 1 hour show because you're too easily distracted. I was offended, but I was like, okay, I'm going to work with what I have. And then another year later, I got to do Brunch and Drive, and that's how I realized, but I grew because I worked on my focus, and I focused on gathering good content. So that's how all that happened.
All right. I'm getting a little bit controversial at this moment. I want to ask, because you at this specific stage in your life, you've achieved so much. I mean, your career, I feel like your CV is 12 pages. Right. Have you ever received any backlashes anyway amongst your peers on social media that maybe the only reason why she's been able to achieve so much is because she's white or because she's a female? Like, have you ever received such a backlash?
Once people asked me to MC for an event, and then I found out they only wanted me to do it because I was white. And you know what? It made me feel, first of all, it made me feel guilty because I was white, because that's not how it's supposed to work. And second of all, it made me sad because I have so much talent and so much potential, and people don't see it because all they see is a white girl with a big ass and really long hair. And that put me down a little bit. And then for being a female, not so much, not yet. That I feel like it's coming. I know it's coming, but I'm preparing myself for that. And then another bit of the backlash that I had is the way I dress. I have a very expressive personality. So at some time, I started wearing tutus to class just because I wanted to, you know.
Just because I can.
And I've received so much hate and judgment from my peers because they thought I did it to get attention. Which really, put me down a little bit, because I don't want people to think that I'm looking for attention, but at the same time I still want to be myself. So that's one of my journeys that I'm currently on, really working on not caring what other people say and what other people think, that I have my focus and I'm on my way there.
All right. I think you speak about something that is very vital there, that the power of growing a thick skin, especially in the industry that you are in, because you will always get backlash, because it's quite inevitable for you as a singer not to be famous, as an actor not to be famous. And the moment you are a public figure, you're going to receive a lot of backlash, because not everyone's going to accept and appreciate your art, right? So I want to know that, what is that advice that you give to a specific individual that says, I want to become an actress, I want to become an actor, I want to become a radio broadcaster, and at the same time preparing them that it's not an easy journey, especially in the 21st century with what we are currently having?
So I'm going to tell them what I've read in a book once. The author's name is Robert Greene, and he said, you must train yourself not to take anything personally. So what I got from that was, listen to crit. Listen to people judging you, but don't take it personally. See what you can learn from it. See what you can use from it, and see how it can benefit you. And you work your ass off. Those days when you feel, I remember doing movement and trying to stand up and my feet, my legs being so tired that I just fell down. And then you go to sleep, and then tomorrow you do it again and again, over and over again. Also, take care of your mental health. Because let me tell you something that Sam Ludidi told me once. I was part of an organization, and I wasn't sure if I should leave it or not, because they have got some problems for being white. And so he told me, Monique, listen, you need to be careful for breaking your back for other people, because they're not going to pull the wheelchair. And so that's something that I tell other people.
Sure. And now summing everything off, closing everything, I always ask guests on the show regarding this question, that after everything you've achieved, what is that one thing that, God forbid, that tomorrow you were to pass on, what is that one thing that when we say Monique Burger, that is the thing that we remember you with?
My energy. My energy. People will always remember that I was a radiant person and that I always listened to people and that sometimes my energy was annoying, would annoy people, and that's fine because it's just how I am and not everyone resonates with my high level of energy, but that's definitely something that's going to be remembered.
Wow. Thank you so much, Monique, for
Really,
this.
thanks for having me.
I think it's very much short, but I think the information that you shared is very much important for someone that's watching, and they're going to make the best of what you give them. And yeah, energy is very much important in everything that you do. Call it vibes, call it energy, call it spirit, but that thing, always trust it, and that is how Monique Burger wants to be remembered. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Behind the Scenes, whereby today we're just meeting creative with a creative, and we believe that the best is yet to come. And with that being said, that is how we close another exciting episode of Behind the Scenes. If you want to be part of Behind the Scenes, do drop us an email at k2kcmedia@gmail.com. Alternatively, motivationbeyondwords@gmail.com, and follow us on all of our social media platforms. With that being said, around about this time, it is that time I just say, live light, love your light, and do let love lead. And before you die, make sure you live. Thanks so much, and catch you on the next episode. That's how